cracked silence between worlds. The walker rode. No name, no lineage, no tether to flesh or creed. His motorcycle, a black iron beast with pipes like serpent tongues, purred with ancient fire as it tore across forgotten roads between dimensions. Its engine did not hum. It howled, remembering every place it had ever been, every echo of the Watcher's descent. The landscape was a mirror of thought. Sand turned to stone, stone turned to ash, ash whispered in the wind. There were no directions, only pull. And tonight the pull came from a lodge carved from shadow and gold. A free temple built where memory meets myth. Its pillars stood not in time, but in consequence. Twin obelisks, one black, one white, spun slowly in opposite directions, creating a gravity that drew the void walker inward. He parked the motorcycle at the threshold, the beast idling as though it too held vigil. The walker stepped forward, boots thudding like war drums against the checkered floor. A voice met him before the door did. You ride the threshold. You bear no name. We saw you in the old blueprints. You were the cipher. Inside, robed men stood in still formation, their faces obscured by the angles of light and masks of lions, serpents, and broken clocks. They whispered in numbers, drew signs in air, and watched him not with fear but with difference. You have no lodge. One said no initiation, no oath. I have the dust, replied the walker, and the road that silenced them. For all their layers of secret meanings, there was none older than dust. Dust remembered, dust knew who burned the first city and who lied about the reason. One approached him, an architect by title and creed, but the walker saw past the embroidered symbols to the trembling child within. What do you seek? What do you seek? The architect asked. Not to enter, said the walker, only to see what you're keeping from leaving. The room darkened, walls pulsed, something stirred beneath the floor, a chained presence, vast and dreaming. A soul too big to be called man, too old to be called God. The men had trapped it long ago, mistaking fear for order, calling it the unknown degree. The walker dropped his hand to the motorcycle, the beast growled and the chains beneath the floor moaned in kind. Fire leapt from tire tracks, lips flickered like dying constellations, smoke curling inward. You cannot unmake this temple! The architect cried. I already did, whispered the walker, in a version of reality where you never built it. He walked to the center of the floor, placing his palm upon a black square. It rippled, then cracked, and the temple groaned, stone, symbol, and secrecy unspooling into the void. The chained god rose, not with violence, but with exhale. It wore every forgotten name like a crown. And as it ascended into the open air, it looked once at the void walker. Thank you, it said, as its eyes wept memories. The walker nodded, then mounted his motorcycle, the flame-veiled gatekeeper, alchemist of the key unseen. He did not look back, because he was the road, and the road always goes forward. Behind him, the architects wept, not for their temple, but for the truth, that no structure, however sacred, could withstand a soul that rides free.
Hiding the edge where the silence ignites, chrome like a prayer beneath funeral lights. Desert wind howling the names of the dead. He bears no name, he rides instead. Burn down the lodge, let the pillars fall. Shatter their sigils, erase every wall. No oath can bind what
care. He rides between temples that vanish in air. To some he's a curse, to others the key. The veil is undone where his engine runs free.
Burn down the lodge, let the pillars fall. Shatter their sigils, erase every wall.